Hi, my name's Daniel from DDCL. There's many different type of jobs, careers out there in this world, but I believe the most hardest one in the world is raising a family. You might ask me why. Because you take an infant, you educate them throughout the years, all the way to young adulthood, and you help and guide them as they leave the nest of this sanctuary of your home. You look at a child, they have a mind of their own. They'll do strange things at times, things you don't expect. You got to expect the unexpected. You got to protect them from the unexpected. So if they happen to be out, and this is one thing I've done, is when they're at our place, if young kids are jumping around on the couch, it's not a big deal to me, to be honest with you, but you don't want them to get hurt. So you warn them. A subtle way of warning young kids, say anywhere from 3 to 6 or so, is there's good and bad decisions in life. If you keep on jumping up and down, you might fall. And if you fall, you might hit the floor, you might hit the coffee table, and that's going to hurt. And I wouldn't want to see you cry over hitting stuff. Or if you sit down and look at your little phone or your iPad or whatever you have there, or sit down and watch TV, nothing's going to happen. You'll have a good time. In our world, that is, anyways. But as young adults get out there and start working, they earn their own money to buy their own stuff, do they really understand the same sort of thing about good and bad decisions? Do they understand the thing about credit card and how it can get them into danger of going bankrupt? Do they understand they only have so much money they earn and where to spend it? Where's the most important things to spend it on? Is it clothes, or is it heat, hydro, and food and lodging? Well, these are the kind of things you try to instill them before they leave the nest. But throughout the years, when your family's growing and expanding, are you doing preventive maintenance to your home? If over a period of time you're there for 5 years and you have a gas detector, do you realize that most likely the warranty's up after 3 years? What about the smoke detectors? If you move into an old house, they only last for about 10 years max. They're written on them, so you know if you take them down, take a look. And you can't really exchange a wired-in smoke detector for a battery-operated one. Do you change the batteries every year so you don't hear chirping? Do you know what causes them to set off? Have you ever looked at the manufacturer's instructions and recommendations on what to do for items like this and all items within your home? You might have central air. What kind of preventive maintenance do you need to do? And can you do it? Are you qualified to do it? If a plug breaks in your house, are you going to be replacing it? Or do you got to call someone in to replace it for you so you don't get injured? I'm not saying that people can't do any or all of these items. If you're trained and qualified, why not? There's some things that you shouldn't do. If you're not an electrician, you shouldn't be playing with electrical stuff. If you haven't went through training to teach you what it means, there's a series of events that need to begin. You got to stop, look at the problem. You got to maybe turn off the power. Then what else you might have to do is you might have to remove and take another look at it. And if wires are burnt or something, maybe it's time to call an electrician and get things fixed, because it's a lot cheaper in the long run to get a professional fix things than not. Well, anyways, don't forget about other items like your furnace, hot water tank. Make sure you understand how to make them so they last longer. As time goes on, like even through these hard times we're having right now about the viruses that are spreading around, you might have a lot of spare time where you can start looking around your home and say, hey, we need to fix this. We need to fix the trim. We need to replace that socket over there. You can probably do all those things. Check the things that are wearing out with warranty, like your smoke detectors, because they'll protect you in the long run, and your insurance might be affected if they're expired and something happens and they're defective and found to be defective. Well, anyways, everybody, have a great day. And if you like what we do, follow us. And if you have any questions, ask. If we can help, we will. Thank you very much.